Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Let's Talk Reactions, where we talk about real life reactions to TikTokers and current events. So today we'll be talking about people not wanting to buy a home. Now, comment down below and let me know, where do you stand with this? First off, are you a homeowner? Are you a renter? Are you trying to buy a home? Or do you feel like the people that we are about to see today that do not want to buy a home? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in my mid-30s and I am in South Florida, and I do want to be a homeowner. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do want to be a homeowner. I do see the perks of owning a home. However, we're in this new economy, this new generation where things are just not the same. The American dream is not the same. The wages are not matching the economy. So it's a little harder to achieve this American dream. However, there are ways to make it happen. Let me just say that. So, me personally, like I said, I do want to be a homeowner, but I do want to see other people's views and their insights on why they don't want to buy a home, and see if maybe that would persuade me to not want to buy one as well. But however, I am still currently on the fence of wanting to buy a home. Now, I know that, you know, people's income is different. Location plays a big deal. Credit, we know that DTI, there's a lot of stuff that plays a role in your payment. So, you know, maybe some things, maybe they're not making enough money that's making them not want to purchase a home. But we're going to go ahead and see what people are seeing. Why are they feeling the way that they feel? And is the American dream just over with? So let's go ahead and check out this first video.
I want people to stop telling me to buy a house. I don't want to buy a house right now. I don't want the responsibility of being a homeowner. I don't want that. I don't care. I don't care if buying a house gives me equity, and right now with me renting, I'm paying someone else's mortgage. I don't care. I don't want a house for a plethora of reasons. A plethora of reasons. The biggest one, I don't need a house. I don't need that space. Everything I have right now fits in my 780 something square foot apartment. What am I going to do with a 3-bedroom house? It costs money to furnish it. Money I'm not willing to spend. It's just going to be empty rooms. People come to stay, here's a blow-up mattress. Then people are like, oh, if you don't want an empty house, if you don't want to live alone, get a roommate. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. I don't want to do that. And then also, I don't want to establish roots in a place where I don't want to settle down. I don't want to settle down in Charlotte. This is technically home, or this is dang near home for me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to live here for the rest of my life. Why would I buy a house? And I get it. You could always sell the house. But I feel like it's significantly harder to get up and go if I had a house, is it not? What if I try to get up and go and I put my house on the market and no one buys it? Yeah. I don't want that. I do not want that responsibility. I get it. There's a benefit to buying a house. There's pros and cons, just like there's pros and cons of renting. And right now, renting is my thing. I like it. I like living in an apartment. I like being able to call maintenance whenever something breaks down and they fix it. That's their problem, not mine. I like having access to our gym and our pool area. And I get it. Some neighborhoods have that, but a lot don't. I do not want to buy a house right now, and I want people to stop telling me to do that.
Okay, so I get her points. Her points are basically, she don't want to settle down in the city or the state that she's currently in. I think she said Charlotte, North Carolina. So she don't really want to settle down there. So she don't want to buy there. And she did say she do understand that you can purchase a home and then sell it when you're able to move. But she is right. What if you do put your, house up on the market and it don't sell? So, I mean, she does have a point there. She also said that, and this is like another pointer that I feel like a lot of people, I think this is just the easy way out of not wanting to buy a home. But let me know what you guys think. The biggest thing that I always hear people say is, if something breaks down in that house, I don't got to fix it. I could just call maintenance. Maintenance will fix it. I don't have to worry about it. I think that is like the #1 reason why a lot of people don't want to purchase a home. Comment down below. Let me know how you feel. Do you feel the same way? Like, I ain't got time to pay for no plumbing. I ain't got time to deal with no leaks. I ain't got time to deal with no breaking down of no appliances. Like, just call maintenance, switch out my refrigerator, and I'm good to go. I don't got to worry about going to go buy no parts. I don't got to go replace the refrigerator if that's what needs to be done. So I think, I don't know. It all depends on, like, what is it that you want? What type of responsibilities are you able to take on? So what I can say is, if you know that you're not responsible enough or you don't want those responsibilities, not buying, I guess, would be the best thing to do because you know yourself. So I mean, it all depends. And I think she doesn't have any kids because she says she don't, you know, there's no reason for her to have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. So I mean, to each his own. Some people plan ahead, and you got some people that feel like they know that they want to have kids, or they know that they potentially want a family, so they rather just buy it while they have the opportunity. That way, when, you know, that time comes, they're already, you know, in their space, they're already in their home. All they got to do is make it cozy and fill it up. So I don't know, comment down below, let me know what y'all think, and we're gonna go ahead and watch this next clip.
I do not understand the point of owning a home. Not only do you have to pay an outrageous amount of money for a down payment on the house, but everything that breaks is then your responsibility to fix it. I don't have to bring my trash cans to the end of the street on trash night. All of my neighbors are super close, so I could just walk from apartment to apartment and meet friends easier. Anything that comes up, literally anything, I walk across the street to my leasing office, bang on their door and say, hey, I need this fixed. Now I don't have to pay anybody for it. You're telling me if I have a house, I have to call somebody in special to come and fix something, and then I have to pay them extra money to do it? I don't really think I'm interested in that. I don't want to mow my lawn, and I don't want to shovel snow in the winter. I just don't get the point of having a home.
Okay, so she pretty much covered the points that I just said before. She don't want to deal with appliances, breakdowns, or plumbing, or none of that stuff, maintenance, any of that. Like she said, she could just go over, knock on her leasing agent's door, and hey, I need this fixed. So like I said, that is like one of the main reasons that a lot of people do not want to buy. She also said that she don't want to shovel no snow. You know, she may not have access to certain, you know, things, and it's easy for her to meet people. But I don't know, like, you can meet people in your community. And I feel like once you meet the people in your community, they're there to stay, because we're all on this block owning. Like, I got my house, my next door neighbor got their house, everybody on the block pretty much got their houses, even though we do know some people do investment properties and they're rented out. But for the most part, the owners usually stay. If you're staying in a single family home, if that is where you're living, like in a neighborhood, family subsidized, you know, community where it is home owners, and that is, you know, the goal over there. So if you're in a community like that, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to have long-term relationships with friends. She said that, you know, she could just go next door and meet her neighbor, which your neighbor may only be there for a year. Your neighbor may only be there for 3 months. Maybe they're in the army, you know, maybe they have a job where they're able to just get up and relocate every 6 months. So I mean, like I said, whatever works for you, works for you. However, like I said, I am pro homeowner, but to each his own. It's to each its own. We gonna get into the next clip and see what other reasons people are deciding not to want to purchase a home.
So this is something that I see a lot, so I just want to talk about it. I really dislike when people will like see how somebody's spending their money and say stuff like, oh, they priorities not intact, like they buying a bunch of jewelry, oh, they going out the country and they ain't buying no home. Like, look, just because it's a personal life goal for you to buy a home don't mean that that's everybody's life goal. Like, I have no interest in buying a home. Like, I think it's pointless. To me, like, I don't knock nobody accomplishments, but I wouldn't want to be a single woman owning a home. Like, I feel like home ownership is for families. And then on top of that, like, I'm not about to be responsible. Like, every time it break down, every time something in my house break down, I got to pay for it. I got to pay for property tax. Like that's just not something that I ever really wanted to invest my money in. Like, I could see myself, like, living in an RV or, like, getting, like, a mobile home before I invest in a home. Like, and I could see myself, like, moving to different states all the time. Like, yeah, so I just want to put that out there. Like, just because you want to own a home and that was, like, a big accomplishment to you does not mean that that's a life goal for everyone. Like, I want to spend my money on trips, moving to different states. Like, I want to live an exciting life. Like, I don't want to just be a homeowner and just live in the same house for 30 years and go to the same job and wake up every day and do the same thing. So yeah, not knocking nobody, but that's not everybody go. But see you, bye.
Okay, so she basically wants to explore. She wants to explore life, and it is nothing wrong with that, baby. If you're able to, if you don't got no kids, even if you got kids and you're able to do it, kudos, baby, definitely do it. But I mean, to each his own. If that's her reason, she don't want to be tied down to a specific city, a specific state, a specific job. She don't want a routine. She wants to explore. That's an awesome reason to not want to buy. But if that is your reason for not wanting to buy, there are also reasons why you can still buy and make it an investment property. And then when you up in age and you settle down, you can double back and you got something. I'm just trying to make it sense to people that want to be a home buyer. And I don't want to be one of the people, like she said, everybody does not want to buy a home. I get that. I would never push that on anybody, but I will, you know, try to show you guys the pros that do kind of overweigh the cons of being a home owner. So maybe it's different for me because, like I said, I am pro home owner, but like I said, when people know what they can and can't do, or what they ain't willing to do, or what they ain't willing to sacrifice, you can't do nothing but respect that, because they know they don't want to be the home owner. They know this ain't what they want to sign up for. And you got people that are homeowners that things break down, and sometimes they cannot fix those things right away. Sometimes they go without things because they don't have the money right away to fix it. AC unit go out. You probably can't fix it right away. So guess what? You got fans in the house. You got to do other things until you're able to fix it, because you are responsible for it. Nobody's not going to come in there and fix it for you. So I do get it. Maybe you can't live like that. Maybe you got to have the AC. You can't sleep if the house ain't a certain temperature. And if you ain't got the money to make sure your house is, you know, at the right temperature, hey, it is what it is. So I get it. I get it. So we're going to watch 2 more clips and see what other reasons people are deciding to not want to buy a house.
Why does everyone want you to buy a house? When I told my mom that I was moving into my apartment, she was like, you don't want to just save for a house? No, like I genuinely do not. Like the thought of having a house stresses me out, because if something breaks, it's my problem. I'm 28. I don't know if I want to settle down and live here forever already. Who knows, like maybe next year I'll be fucking living in Oregon, but I have that option because I don't have a house. Especially because my girlfriend's about to finish nursing school and she's thinking about doing like the travel contracts. I work from home, so I can just follow her. We can literally stay 6 months somewhere and then in another 6 months go somewhere else. But I can't do that if I have a house, and I just love the freedom of being able to like just get up and move anywhere if I want to when my lease is up. I just don't want that responsibility yet and that feeling of being like tied down, because I genuinely feel like once you buy a house, you have a mortgage, like you're fucked, like you're locked in. I just don't want that yet. I want to bop around and see what this world has to offer, and then when I'm ready, then I can settle down in like 5 years.
People love to make like home ownership everybody's main goal. It's not mine, especially as a single Black woman. I prefer to rent. If something breaks, I'm calling maintenance. Like I'm not falling for the trap.
All right, so it seems like I said, everybody's reasoning for not owning is they don't want to deal with responsibility. And I get it, baby. Those are some big responsibilities to feel, and you got to be committed, because once you locked in, you're locked in, okay? You are definitely locked in. But like I said, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that home ownership is just not desirable anymore? You're over it. You just like, baby, I'd rather just rent. I'd rather move around. If things get too high, I can move somewhere else and just rent something else for a better price. I'm not locked into no price. I'm not locked into no property taxes. I'm not locked into no homeowners insurance. I don't got to worry about if a hurricane come. I got to pay people to come put shutters up. I got to worry about if my property flood. Like I got to worry about if this tree fall off in my my property. I got to get it off my property and get it removed. There is a lot that comes with being a home owner. So you definitely got to put your big girl panties on and you got to walk that walk. You do. But if, like I said, that's not your thing, let me know down below. How are you feeling about it? Do you not care? You just like, listen, I want to say that I was the first one in my family to buy a home, or this is what I want for my family. Are you one of those people that are, you like patterns, you like routines? Because that's me. I like routines. I like for things to be, I know this is going to be this is going to be that. I love routines. Now, we could take a little curveball here and there, but for the most part, the plot needs to stay the same. So comment down below, let me know what you think, and we're going to go ahead and wrap up this reaction. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and also join the chat down below to give your thoughts. Thank you.